Good morning, friends. Happy Friday, August 4th. Crystal here from Find Your Road Home with today's 3-card reading. Please remember, the first card is always for you. The second card is always for someone else. That someone else is a stranger, a friend, or a loved one. And the third card is something to remember or watch for. It is often an opportunity. All right, friends. Okay. So, on this beautiful Friday, let's start with the cards, and then at the end, I'm going to share with you a little bit of information about the celestial energy out there, just to kind of help you along in case you're someone like me and your Mercury gets in the way. Okay, so let's begin with the cards. You ready? I think this one's going to be interesting because I'm really sure that this first card, like if we've had it in the last year since we've been doing readings, I don't remember it. So it feels like a new card. Okay? All right. But then again, I'm like, I don't know, maybe you have done it. Okay, ready? All right. The card for you today, the card for you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday is save. Save is a message from God, universe, or a sign even that today something is going to come your way that maybe you're not ready to use it today. But you need to tuck it away in your back pocket because you're going to need it later. Okay? Now, this could be a person. This could be information, like knowledge, wisdom, a feeling. Maybe, well, no. I guess it could be money. Like anything that, like, all of a sudden it's here and it's like, okay, I'm not really ready for it yet, but I know that would be great in the future. So let me just hang on to it. Not a hoarding way, but like I know I'm going to need this. I have a bookshelf full of those. Actually, I have 2 bookshelves full of those. One has books and the other has oracle cards because I know that at some point someone's going to need me to do a reading with that deck. See? Like that's where it is. Okay. This is a green go and a dirt road and a brown road. Dirt road. It is a future. We're saving it for the future. And this one is Earth. So analysis, investigation, a plan. Okay? Analysis, investigation, a plan. Actually, it's also about executing the plan. Probably more so than the plan itself. Air is really about making the plan. Earth is about executing the plan. But this is, we're going to save whatever it is that comes our way today. Now, here's the thing. Like, you may get information today that you don't realize you're going to need in the future. I guess that's why it's probably important to journal at the end of the day so that you can process those things that might be important and have indicators. Okay, I get you. It's not just about writing in a diary and putting all your woes. It's about writing down things that you might want to remember later if you come back and look at it. Got it, universe. Okay, save. By the way, writing it in a journal could be saving the information. Just saying. I'm surprised that's not an error. Okay. All right, so ready? The card for our friend today. Please remember, a friend can be a stranger, a friend, or a loved one. It can also be us. I like this card. All right, so this one is, and it goes with my earrings. It's great. This one is wild. Wild. Wild is a message from God Universe that our friend needs to do something with reckless abandonment. Like, just go out there and be free. See, this is why it's my favorite card. I'm a little bit of a chicken, but I really want to be free. Like, free is like, I'm surprised it's not tattooed on my body somewhere. Because it really is like my mantra. At least it is these days. So it is a green go and it is a yellow yield. Again, this is for a friend. This is future as well as past, and it's also immediate change. So it's all the things. That's the great thing about wild. It's a little chaotic. It can be good chaos, okay? Because hopefully, you know, we've got some things written down. We've saved some ideas, and some information that'll help us as we're being a little wild. Just because you're being wild doesn't mean that you're not well informed. Just saying. Okay, this one is also an air. Go figure. That's why I'm saying you can be well informed. So communication, relationships, and thinking. Right? Thinking. Maybe I should be using, okay, I'm going to start using those a little bit more. Brain thought. Okay. So, yeah. Reckless abandonment. Go do things that make you feel free. That's what wild is all about. That's what we need to share with our friend. So glad this came on a Friday. Because that means like the next 2 days, like we can do things that are free because there's no card reading. So there's no one telling us what Crystal's not saying, what the energy is. So I can just go out there and be free for the next couple days. Yeah. Loving that. I did tell you it was Yale Freeway. So it was like clear all the hurdles. Like when we recognize we're supposed to do it. Clearing hurdles is good. And like how awesome is it that it matched my earrings? Just saying. We are supposed to be free. All right. The remember or watch for today is often an opportunity. This one's not my favorite card. Okay. I'm just saying. I have some that are my favorite and I have some that are not my favorite. And this one's important, but it's not my favorite. And it's mainly because it's not the clearest message. And that's why it's not my favorite. Are you ready? That card today is your. Your is that sign from God Universe that we are impacting whatever situation it is. And we need to remember that we have an impact. We have a good impact and we have a bad impact. And we have it's like a whole spectrum range of impact. And sometimes we fall in different places depending on our actions that day. This one actually beautifully ties into the celestial energy of the day. Okay? Actually in multiple ways. So I said I was going to talk about that. Mercury is up there and it's up there causing havoc with something else. And you don't need to know those parts. All you need to know is what it's doing is it's making it so that you might not be clear in your words today. And that could be very frustrating. And you might, and I feel like that ties in beautifully with this because maybe you're going to find yourself in a situation today where you're frustrated and you're not understanding why they're not getting what you're trying to say. And it's because there's this dang energy in the sky and you're just not meant to speak clearly. It's not Mercury retrograde, but shoot, might as well be. And see, for me, it's got Mercury right in my sign where my Mercury is. So I know that today I need to make sure I check myself. And I think the big thing is not to communicate in a place of emotion, from a place of emotion. I think today it's going to be important to get yourself to a place of neutral before you communicate. And that's where your is going to come in. So we have to own our actions and how we impact situations, whether it's communication, because this is an air. So communication, it's also relationships. Okay. This is a yellow yield. So we're supposed to slow down and think about it. And this one is a toll. There's a cost if we don't check ourselves and make sure that we're good. We need to make sure that we don't speak out of line. Oh gosh, do I need to hear that message? All right. So maybe I just need to tape my mouth shut for today. Okay, great. It is a past and a future. Think about how you have impacted things in the past. Think about how you want to do it differently in the future. Okay. This is a moment of reflection because it's air. It's all about reflection and really understanding. Maybe journal. I'd say you don't really need to talk, just journal. Let's do some writing and processing of how we impact things. Okay, friend? And then maybe today, just tape your mouth shut. Okay. Sorry, I'm really gonna like, seriously. Can I like make up a fake reason to wear a mask? Like, I'm not feeling good. Like, I'm feeling coffee. Like, can I, like, I'm serious, friends. Like, all of a sudden I'm like, maybe I should stay home from work. Like, I don't want to impact things. I don't. So, how are you going to watch yourself today, friend? Let's go back to the happy, positive things. Okay, just kidding. We got to look at the shadows too. So, what can we keep? What can we, things that we're going to run into? What things do we need to remember and save for the future? What things are worth saving for the next seven generations? Like, we can do this at the finite level and looking in the weeds, or we can step back at the 300,000 foot level, which, by the way, is my favorite place to look from, and see what are those things that serve? What can we save? What can we get rid of? We had pear earlier this week. Wild is that reckless abandonment. Love that one. Your is, while you're doing that reckless abandonment, how do you impact situations? I hate your. Okay, but it's really, really important, because if we don't consider how we impact things, then we'll never honestly change, and we'll never really fit in for the greater good of the collective if we're not mindful of how we impact things. All right, friends. That ended up being like great energy for a Friday, and also a little heavy. So make sure you do some processing this weekend. Go be a little wild. All right. But while you're doing that, make sure you're like reflecting. Okay, friends, I love you. Have a fabulous day. Please remember, go out there with kindness, do nice things for other people, because we don't know what others are going through. What I've learned is most of them have really poopy soundtracks going in their head, and they've been telling themselves some really ugly things. So if you could just throw out a genuine compliment, man, it would make someone's day. All right, friends, love you. Mwah. Have a fabulous Friday and a great weekend. See you on Monday. Bye.